All right, let me present you with this, Kristen. Riddle me this, Kristen.
I hate riddles.
Cassie, you want to get in on this also?
Heck yeah.
So, which would be more offensive for you guys? For your husbands to come to you and say that they fantasize about being with the younger you when you guys first met, or fantasizing about another woman, period?
Okay, so the younger me, do we look drastically different? Like
how young? Are you being weird?
no.
The younger when you first met.
Yeah, has time been rough on me?
You tell me.
You thought you was going to get a yes or no, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm not answering.
That's not. He knows by now that's not how KK works.
All right, let's just say you've let yourself go over the last year.
Okay.
Let's just say it. I'm not saying that's what happened.
But you're saying that's what happened. I would be so hurt if he was fantasizing about a different version of me that is not the version I am now, as opposed to something that is completely different.
I thought it would be more offensive. Cassie, for you?
Absolutely the same. Because if it's a different woman, then I can be like, well, she looks different. You just wanted to sample something different for a while. That's fine. Maybe a brunette. But if it's me, like, I can't ever get back to that. So I'll spend the rest of my life knowing that I am never the woman that you actually want anymore.
Okay, so why did this idiot even admit that? Let's read the email.
Because he's an idiot.
Yeah.
You just answered your own question.
Dear Bert Show, I am married to an idiot. It does not say that. I'm going to need to know the thoughts and opinions of the women on the Bert Show, because I surely cannot go to my friends about this without them thinking my husband is a jerk. I assume that's what they'll think, because right now, that's what I'm thinking. I need to know if I'm overreacting or if I'm justified in my feelings being hurt. So my husband admitted that he fantasizes about me while we're being intimate. He fantasizes about me while we're being intimate. Okay, so if he just left it at that,
Yeah.
you're good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't really need to fantasize about it because
Yeah.
I'm here.
Right there.
I'm like right here.
That's another conversation for another time, because I've done that also.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm with Tiffany, I'm fantasizing about Tiffany while I'm with Tiffany.
But you're with
Just
me.
I know.
Just open your eyes.
Dude, I know. I've even told her about it, and she looked at me the same way you guys do.
Yeah.
That's not a fantasy.
Yeah.
That's
reality.
IRL.
It's called reality.
It's weird. I should feel relieved that he's not fantasizing about other women, right? Well, he admitted to me that he's actually fantasizing about me from 10 years ago. He tried to find a nice way of explaining it, but it basically boils down to the fact that he's fantasizing about a younger, thinner, firmer, and less exhausted me. Basically, he wants someone who isn't so frumpy after mothering 3 kids. I don't think those were his words.
Whoa.
I don't think
My
those were.
God.
I don't think those were his words.
Yeah.
I'm
basically.
fantasizing about him paying for my divorce lawyers.
She said basically. So she's like, what it boils down to, this is the message I got. This
is
is
how-
more of the message I got. This is how I'm feeling about the message I got.
Yeah, that's how it made her feel.
Maybe he said it in a kind way, like, "Oh, I love your frumpiness."
Well, just him saying I fantasize about you 10 years before now, and it doesn't take long for a woman to go before kids. Okay.
She continues, I'm not even sure how I feel about this. I can never be the person I was 10 years ago. I'll never look that way, and I'll likely never have that much energy. But should I be hurt? I recognize that I am not the same person I was 10 years ago. I wish I was, but I can't be. I can't help but be hurt that my husband doesn't find the woman I am now worth fantasizing about. I almost think I would have been less hurt if I found out he was thinking about some supermodel. We just had that debate. I pretended not to care, and I laughed it off. My frumpiness. Okay. When he told me, but I'm really hurt, and I'm not sure if I should tell him.
Yes.
I mean, it's not like telling him will change the way he feels from Jesse.
But you're entitled to tell him how he made you feel. I wish you would have said that in the moment rather than laughing off. But obviously in the moment, you get that information, you didn't know how to react. And so I get that. As a woman who had a baby 5.5 months ago, my body is completely different from what it was before. And I don't want to say I'm struggling. Maybe I haven't figured it out yet, but I know this body will never be the same as it was before. And that's just because my hips are wider, my rib cage is wider. Like that stuff isn't going to go back. And it was that's a sacrifice, if you even want to call it a sacrifice. That comes with the territory, and I get that. So the fact that I can't do anything about that, and if my husband was to tell me I fantasize about the younger, slimmer, less exhaustive version of you, that would cut me to my core. Because there are days, you have your days when you look in the mirror and you're just like, you wish you had that body. You do. Like, you're accepting of the body you have now, but you yearn and you miss that old you. But then you realize that is the old you, and so you have to love the new you. But to have your spouse say that, oh my God. Like, if I feel that in my bones right now, if my husband was to tell me that, I almost want to cry. It would hurt so much.
Cassie, you feel the same way?
I mean, I knew I never was going to have the same body again once I tasted a donut for the first time. It's not even like kids changes your body, but other things do too. Your metabolism slows down as you get older, even if you don't have kids. People change, they age. Her husband needs to grow up. And I'm so sick of hearing this story over and over again. And women are the ones bearing this emotional load and feeling torn down and awful about themselves because their partners can't step up and understand people age and bodies change. And they're consistently running after younger, tighter, whatever stuff. And she needs to have a frank discussion with her husband and explain to him, this is hurtful. You know, if he wants to have those fantasies, it's in his own head. It's in his private. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm saying telling his wife, who is looking after their kids, who bore his children, who's probably doing a million things around the house to keep it running, that I wish you looked younger. Like, I fantasized about you 10 years ago. Well, you did this to me, dude. Guess what? You did this to me. Oh, well, look, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. Oh, God, men like this just drive me freaking insane. And honestly, this would ruin the relationship to the point where out of spite, I would go start doing CrossFit, get super fit, and then divorce his ass. I'm so mad on her behalf right now.
So if the question was, should I bring this up to him? I think the answer is yes.
Yeah.
That's an easy one. Right?
Yes,
Maybe
sir.
take Kristen's technique and try and save the marriage first before you burn it all down like mine. But yes, bring it up to him.
So yes. Yeah, you got a point.
The Bert Show.